everyone, welcome back to another episode of Last Week in PECO, where we talk about all the things that have been happening with some of the biggest projects in the Polygon ecosystem. My name is 𝕚𝕚𝕚, one of the community managers here at Adamant, and this is a weekly show where I recap some of the news that's been happening in the Polygon ecosystem. So you guys don't have to read it all and look at all these hundreds of tweets that you can see, all the windows that are open on my browser at the moment. As usual, the first thing we always talk about is the price action over the past week for our Polygon ecosystem index. This week's news covers December 5th to December 12th. Even though it's December, a lot of stuff has been going on. Let's dive right into the action. Our Polygon price token price starts at $5.94 last week Monday, right? And we see it's going up, 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 up. It does really well. Sort of reach a peak on Wednesday, December 8th of $7.76. And we have a lot of horizontal action. We go down and up and down, and then it sort of goes between $6.77 around this price range. Then we end off today, Monday 13th at $6.32 at 10 a.m. GMT time. So interesting. I'm sure you've been following the market. I mean, if you want to listen to what's going on in the market, you should tune in for the other show, What's Happening in Crypto. Today, we're just talking about Polygon and what's going on there. Let's move on to our first token, which of course is 𝕚𝕚𝕚𝕚, Polygon's 𝕚𝕚𝕚. This is a thread on Polygon's Twitter feed. It's 1 out of 8, so it is a long thread. I'm not going to read it all. Like I usually do in this show, I don't read everything. It says, Polygon welcomes ℚ Protocol, a groundbreaking ZK startup and a $400 million deal. This was the last week's news, about 3 days old, if I'm not mistaken. ℚ's amazing team developed the world's fastest ZK scaling tech, with joining hands to utilize it and build Polygon Zero, a highly scalable Ethereum compatible ZK rollup. If you don't know what a ZK rollups are another way that we can scale the Ethereum network or scale the Polygon network and allow more transactions to occur at a faster speed, or TPS, or transactions per second. There's a nice video for this that you can have a look, and it shows everything that's going on in Polygon at the moment. Part 2 of the thread says, we recently announced our strategic focused $1 billion fund for ZK-based solutions. Following the announcement of OX Polygon Hermes, Polygon Nightfall, and Polygon Maiden, we're continuing our quest to become the ZK powerhouse with our work on Polygon Zero. Polygon Zero is a highly scalable Ethereum compatible ZK rollup. If you're new to the Ethereum ecosystem, you know that Ethereum's speed is terrible, gas fees are high, but if you're on Polygon, Polygon is pretty cheap, also pretty fast as well, and definitely a good solution for people who are still in the Ethereum ecosystem. There is a lot more stuff here that you should definitely have a look at. Like I said, there are 8 parts to the thread. I will leave a link in the show notes like I usually do. Please have a look at that. All right, there's the blog announcement over there for ℚ Protocol. Let's have a look at the thesis. The Polygon thesis, strategic focus on ZK technology as the next major chapter for Polygon. $1 billion treasury allocation. That is impressive. It says, we believe Ethereum is one of the most promising and revolutionary tech projects in the world, and our best bet to create a global, permissionless economy and society with equal chances for everyone. I mean, that's one of the things I like about crypto as well. We have been working on Ethereum scaling infrastructure since 2017. 6 months ago, we announced Polygon, our new vision for scaling Ethereum, and we are thrilled and humbled by our success we have achieved so far, but we are at the same time absolutely aware that we are just the very beginning of the journey to 1 billion users. If you have not listened to this podcast frequently, we had Lucas Altamuro from Into the Block on the show, and he talked about how Polygon's been onboarding users and the number of wallets and that sort of stuff. And as you get bigger, scalability and security become an issue. Decentralization, of course, and privacy for those people where it matters. All right, innovation, of course, whatever you're doing in life, be it in the crypto sector or be it in the technology sector, you need to be innovating all the time, because if you stop innovating, that's when somebody overtakes you. And especially in the crypto space, we've got so many protocols recently, Avalanche, Solana, they're all doing amazing things in terms of scalability and security. So Polygon needs to keep up, since they're in the Ethereum ecosystem technically, even though they're like a whole separate network itself. They mention fraud-based solutions here, scaling solutions that utilize crypto economy and reactive challenge response mechanisms. This is not actually a very long article, but because this is a news show, we don't want to spend 5 minutes reading one particular article. And the last thing we're going to look at for the Polygon part of the news is what is Mirror. It says soon Polygon Zero, so Mirror is going to disappear in Polygon Zero, powered by fast zero-knowledge proofs, partnering with OX Polygon to build a Polygon Zero, created by _bfarmer and 𝕝𝕝𝕝𝕝. So again, not a lot of followers, social media wise, but it's still an impressive product. And I mean, they got a good deal. $400 million acquisition is fantastic. And at some point I want to do what is zero knowledge proof video to let you guys know what is that all about, because I'm sure you've heard of proof of work, proof of stake, proof of history, proof of storage, and all these things help contribute to cryptocurrency and what makes it great. All right, we're moving on to the next story for today, which is about QuickSwap. It says right here, QuickSwap DEX tokens are now charted on Bogged Finance, another new project, which is really cool. One of the things I love about doing these shows is that you get to learn about all these cool projects and how they're interacting with the constituents of the PECO token. Bogged Finance, a platform with a detailed wallet, portfolio tracking, price alerts, watch lists, and more. This is a cool sort of ecosystem thing. Like, I keep track of my portfolio on CoinMarketCap, but I wish I could keep track of my portfolio in a single place in like Binance or wherever. And this is really, really good for QuickSwap and good for people on Bogged Finance that they're doing this. So it says, feel free to track your quick charts and bug charts, which is nice. All right, let's look at what is Bogged Finance. Here is Bogged Finance. We see liquidity, market cap, the Bog token, Bog USD token itself, and it's tracking the price very, very nicely. And you've got options for your portfolio, multi-chart, promote your token for people like Amon who are promoting tokens, tools for teams, free price bot. That's really, really cool. Looks like we support BSC, so Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, which is nice. And I'm liking it. It looks really nice. And there's different charts. And I wonder how you can change your chart. Let's go to charts and see if that makes a difference. No, it doesn't. So, I mean, this is something you probably have to fiddle around with and play with it to get the most out of it. But definitely a great solution if you're a QuickSwap person and you're using QuickSwap all the time to track what you're doing with your money, track what you're doing with your quick and what's happening there, and do everything in one place is what you need in the modern sort of 2021 moving to 2022, right? We're trying to save time, try to make the best of our free time. And the best way to do that is to sort of have everything in one single place so that it's just, you're not wasting a lot of time, right? Okay. Let's move on to our third piece of news, which is about Aavegotchi. Aavegotchi DAO end of the year XP is experience extravaganza. A very long media article because there's about 8 proposals that they have. We're going to go through some of these. 2 new core proposals. Cornpop was a bad dude. Okay. Core proposal 1, AGIP 16, stake 100,000 Ghost to generate mini game rewards. So this is something that the Aavegotchi community has complained about, is that there aren't enough incentives for the mini games that they have going on. And the solution is, of course, to stake the ghost and then get some rewards and use that for mini games, and a low risk solution, which is pretty good. But then this dilutes friends and tickets, of course, which is not a great idea. All right, AGIP 17, adding vote power to realm parcels. So if you listen to this podcast, you would know that in the last sort of 1 month or 2 months, Aavegotchi has been selling realm parcels, sort of like if you're into Mana or Decentraland, that they've been selling pieces of land. Aavegotchi has been doing it. They've made a lot of money in that regard. And then there's a problem that, when you're buying the land, of course, you should have some sort of voting rights. And since the realm plots and Gotchiverse are such an integral part of the Aavegotchi ecosystem, I believe it's only right that the realm owners get an amount of voting power that's proportional to the size of their realm plots. 1 pixel equals 1 ghost worth of voting power. Okay, very cool. I think that's a very well-deserved right. All right, these are the 2 core proposals. We're only going to talk about that. Next, we're going to move on to Adamant and see what Adamant has to say and what's going on in their ecosystem. All right, Adamant maximize the vaults. the Adamant team is pleased to announce the release of Maximizer vaults in the Cronos ecosystem. The first Maximizer vaults on Cronos are Wrapped Bitcoin and Wrapped Cronos, Wrapped Crow, Wrapped Ethereum and Wrapped Crow, and USDC and USDT are now live. Maximizer vaults take the VVS harvested from the LP pool and deposit it in VVS single staking pool. This allows stakers to get a much higher APY than normal auto compounding vaults. So I've actually started using VVS as of this past weekend, and let me activate this now while I'm talking about this, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I had a good time with VVS. It was a bit scary, you know, for a normie like me. My coworker Carson coined that phrase that it's transferring Crow, which I bought from crypto.com, to my MetaMask, and then making sure I'm right on the network. And from there, staking it on VVS was pretty intense. But it was nice. It worked out, and the API is really, really good. So if you're an Adamant and you want to do this Crow stuff, how you wrap all this stuff, I would imagine there's some kind of bridge somewhere that allows you to wrap your Bitcoin and wrap your Crow, so you can take advantage of these API, because 368.72% is pretty good. Not that I'm suggesting to do anything about it, but anyway, good for Adamant, good for PECO as well. All the constituents of our PECO token are doing really well. They're always coming up with new ideas, which is what you want in an index token, is to sort of grab everything in a particular ecosystem and then them have to continue to iterate and improve on what they're doing. Okay, let's go on to DFYN. DFYN, not a lot of news for them, but the Razor ETH ecosystem farm is now live. Now, the only Razor I know is Razor from Taiwan, when they make the cool sort of computer gear, keyboards, mouse, and they make a cool mask as well. So it says 8,000 Razor per day. 90 days, so starting on December 9th, which was just early last week, duration 90 days, which is nice. Let's have a look at what Razor is. So Razor network hiring. So if you're into looking for a crypto job, you should definitely apply there. The founder is Hirashikishio, which sounds like a Japanese name. Secure, decentralized, and permissionless Oracle network. All right, so an Oracle network is very much like Chainlink, very much like, there's another project that I'm thinking of that the name escapes me at the moment. So an Oracle network is things that allow you to sort of, if you need information from the outside, you can go to an Oracle and an Oracle will get that information for you. So that's good for DFYN that they're partnering with Razor. Razor seems to be an upcoming project, and I did see that on the news earlier today. Let's move on to QiDao last. Join us as we discuss our new chain launch with the core team at MoonRiver NW's network. This fireside chat was available on Twitch, so you can go to their Twitch channel and have a look at the video. Of course, we're not going to watch this together, even though if you guys would want to do that, we can definitely do that. Moonbeam Network, Kusama. So Moonbeam and Kusama are all part of Polkadot. We're going to talk about that just now. So QiDao is expanding onto Polkadot, which is really, really cool. So Moonbeam is one of the projects that won a parachain slot in the parachain auction. If you don't know what that is, if you're on Binance, you can have a look. They have the parachain auction stuff going on, and you can see what that is all about. So MoonRiver is part of Moonbeam. Solidity smart contracts on Kusama. Community-led sister parachain on Kusama. So the cool thing about this is that this is all Ethereum compatible, and that's what makes it really, really, really cool. So good for Qi that they're going on to another network, and hopefully once Polkadot and the parachains get started, that this will be good for them, and I'm sure it will be. Okay, guys. So this is it for me. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to be having a Solana AMA happening this week.